The Prime Minister has lost support in his Conservative Party over lockdown-breaking parties at Downing Street during the height of the COVID crisis. London, Prime Minister Boris Johnson survived a tense vote of no confidence on Monday, fending off a mutiny that nevertheless leaves him reeling and presages a volatile period in British politics, as he fights to stay in power and lead a divided Conservative Party. The vote, 211 to 148, fell short of the majority of Tory lawmakers needed to oust Mr Johnson. But it laid bare how badly his support has eroded since last year, when a scandal erupted over revelations that he and his senior aides threw parties at 10 Downing Street that violated the government's lockdown rules. More than 40% of Conservative lawmakers voted against him in an unexpectedly large rebellion. Mr Johnson vowed to stay on, declaring that the victory should put an end to months of speculation about his future. "It's a convincing result, a decisive result," the Prime Minister said from Downing Street after the results of the secret ballot were announced. "As a government," Mr Johnson added, "we can focus and move on to the stuff that really matters to people." History shows, however, that Conservative Prime Ministers who have been subjected to such a vote, even if they win it, are usually drummed out of office, if not immediately then within a few months. Mr Johnson won a smaller share of his party's support on Monday than either his predecessor, Theresa May, did in 2018, or Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher did in 1990, when they survived no confidence votes. Mrs May was forced out 6 months later. Thatcher lasted only a few days. And yet, Mr Johnson is a singular figure in British politics, gleefully defying convention and often seeming immune to the rules of political gravity. With a comfortable majority in Parliament, his party is no danger of losing power. He could opt to ride out the storm, claiming, as he did on Monday evening, that he got a larger mandate than when he was first elected leader of the party in July 2019. Still, for a politician who led the Tories to a landslide election victory in 2019 with the promise to get Brexit done, it was a bruising fall from grace, one that could expose him to a political insurgency in his party, an empowered opposition, and further electoral setbacks that weaken his CRE. In 2.5 years, Mr Johnson has gone from Britain's most reliable vote-getter, a celebrity politician who redrew the country's political map, to a scandal-scarred figure whose job has been in peril since the first reports of illicit lockdown parties emerged last November. As Britons paid tribute to Queen Elizabeth's 70-year reign last week, they were turning against the chaotic tenure of their Prime Minister,